Well, hey guys, my name is Raven here, back with another video, and today I am gonna be teaching Cannon. So Cannon is like one of the quickest and strongest weapons in Brawlhalla, depending on who you're playing. So for example, I am playing Linfei right now. So per se, like if I were to go for a combo, it wouldn't kill like a 5-hit combo regularly. So like for example, it's all confirmed. Let's say that you had caught a dodge from your opponent, right? Let's say your opponent dodged in right here and you dash back, then you go for an entire string, but the string doesn't kill. But then as soon as I hop on a different legend, so I hop on Zoe here, and the string is killing. So Cannon is made up of so many different things depending on the legend that you're playing. But first things first, Cannon is a very difficult weapon to approach with. Even though people might say you could just D-light there, you can N-light, you can side-light, but all these things are extremely punishable. Because first say like you would miss a side-light. You're in a difficult position after missing the side light because you're in stun. And then your opponent could just punish you with basically anything. So honestly, I'd advise you when you're playing Cannon, you'd have to most likely just play parry. Because this weapon is extremely like complicated when it comes to approaching. But also you could just throw out an attack and it'll work out and you can get a full string off. But other than that, Cannon is not the greatest weapon to approach with. Another thing is, on Cannon, there is D-light there and D-light Sair. Now these two are perfectly fine to use, but in my opinion, when you're doing when you're on stage like here, like okay, so first say like you're on stage and you're in the middle of you're in the middle of stage, right? And your opponent is here. You have two options. You can either go for D-light Sair or D-light Dare. Now D-light Sair is obviously like a great way to start like a string, but then D-light Dare it leads to like side-light strings. So you could do stuff like that, like D-light Dare, side-light Sair. You could do D-light Sair Dare. There's a bunch of different variations of what you can do on Cannon. Also, SIGs. So, for these different legends, man, the SIGs are wonky. Like, you can get D-light and SIG true on Linfei, but you can't get D-light and SIG true on Zoe. So, okay, for an example, like you're in a situation, you have to get some damage on D-light and SIG. Boom, unjumpable, undodgeable, true combo. And it's a great way to put on damage for a legend that's weak like Linfei. N-light. So when you're playing Cannon and you N-light, you have so many different things you could do. You can have N-light, D-light Dare. So like if your opponent is not dodging, you could D-light N-light, D-light Dare. You can either gravity cancel it, or you could chase dodge down D-light Dare. Honestly, I advise you, if your opponent isn't dodging, you go for chase dodge D-light Dare. You don't even gotta delay it. You get a full-on string either way, and it's basically dead. It wouldn't really kill on any small maps though. The main things you have to do on Cannon is side-light Sair. If you know how to side-light Sair on Cannon, you're already boosted. Like you already know what you're doing. Side-light Sair is one of Cannon's most important things, and it's a confirmed string. Sometimes your opponent may jump out of it because of small changes a Brawlhalla needs to make, but side-light Sair is like one of the best things you could do on this weapon. You could do side-light Sair GC, side-light Sair recovery. You could do side-light Sair Dare. And these are good in neutral 100% if you catch a dodge. another thing is people get wrong. They think Satellite Dare is a true combo. This is not a true combo, man. Satellite Dare is not true, but it's 100% confirmed. So like, if for example your opponent dodges in, right? So you go unlight, chase dodge back. Well, chase dodge back. I did not mean to say chase dodge back. I meant to say dash back. Dash back, satellite, D-light. You get a full-on string after that. There's so many things you could do on this weapon. Like, okay, for dodge reads. So, let's say your opponent is dodging inwards, and you want to read an in dodge. Most people satellite, dash back, satellite. But in my opinion, me personally, I put it as satellite dash Sair, only just to get the extra damage, like off the dare. But I'm not saying that satellite into satellite is not like a lot of damage. It's obviously is. But my variation is like when they're on stage, you could just like satellite them, hit them back, you know, and go for a string after that. They can't really dodge it depending on whether they jump or not. I even think you could, yeah, dash back GC if you don't feel comfortable just, you know, satellite. There you go. For down dodges, most people, I wouldn't say most people down dodge, but like most people in Diamond, they do down dodge. And I feel like it's about the same reaction as a spot dodge. So like it's the same goes for like in dodge. So like satellite, but instead of dashing back on this one, you would just satellite again and then go for the string. Also, when down dodging, you can go for small attacks like those. You can go for, you didn't even got a GC, you can just go for it. Down dodges are really helpful. Also, for example, you can read down dodge with ground pound. Like, that is Cannon's most broken attack in Brawlhalla, man. I'm telling you, Cannon ground pound, you can hit this way, you get it this way, and it's stacked. This weapon is unfair, man. But that's it for down dodges. Left, what's left? That's in. Right. So if people are dodging away, most people would just satellite, walk forward, satellite again. You're the death off of that. Yeah, so they just satellite, walk forward, satellite again to read away. But it depends, like, if your opponent's like dodging like regularly away, because most people like they like to dodge up and away, and that's where people get like thrown off. Like you can't really double satellite again. Like you can't do that. And that's where up dodge comes in. Up dodging. There's so many different ways you can read up dodges. Up dodges, you can read it with satellite, jump, gravity cancel, satellite, Sair, recovery. It's very, very helpful, very, very, you know, productive, very useful. Most often used in tournaments if you watch. Like Guichibu, Vecina, they read up. All of them read up. All Cannon players read up. Also, for up dodging, you can do chase dodges. Can you? Yeah, you could do chase dodge up. You could do chase dodge reverse jump up. I kind of cooked the bot. And that's it. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Spot dodge. Man, this weapon is busted when it comes to spot dodge. If you spot dodge and your opponent is playing passive, and you react off a spot dodge, it's over. You lost the game. Like, cause spot dodge, you could just wait and you get a full string off and you still won't have no dodge. You could read it with satellite into another satellite Sair there. You could do it with satellite gravity cancel satellite Sair. You could do it like, you could do it with satellite wait there. Like, it's so broken. This weapon is unfair. And another thing is playing Cannon in neutral. when you're playing cannon in neutral, most people just wait until your opponent throws out an attack. It's not even neutral anymore. It's just passive. So like, for example, this Koji would have thrown an attack at me. I'd wait, dash back, punish, delay there, react off their dodge, literally. So like, for example, he spot dodges, I react like that. Do that one more time. And he's dead. He's just dead. He's dead. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching the video. It's Raven here. Make sure you guys subscribe to Raven. Join the Coliseum, link in the bio. Peace out, homies.